Aurora phenomenon. In the sky of the polar region store a phenomenon of beauty in the form of flashes of colorful light. This natural phenomenon is called the aurora. This miracle can occur at the North Pole and South Pole with different names, namely Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis. Aurora is a natural event that occurs in the Earth's atmosphere, precisely at an altitude of 100 to 100 km from the Earth's surface. This aurora phenomenon is closely related to the interaction that occur in the Sun and our Earth. In addition to producing thermonuclear energy, the fusion reaction that occur in the Sun also produces positrons and neutrinos and gamma rays. Apart from that, the hydrogen nucleus or protons, the helium nucleus, and several other particles as well. Emitted due to the enormous radiation pressure. Definition of aurora phenomenon. This natural phenomenon of the aurora is like bright glow in the ionosphere layer of a planet, which is the result of an interaction between the planet's magnetic field and charged particles emitted by the Sun. Auroras are curves of colored sets of light and always move like waves in the sky. In the 4th century BC, Aristotle referred to the aurora as chasmata, which means the eruption that occurred in the sky. French astronomer and mathematician named Piet Gassendi in the early 17th century called it the aurora borealis or northern lights because he only thought this event only occurred in the Arctic Circle. In fact, a similar phenomenon has occurred in the circumference of the South Pole. James Cook, an explorer from England, was a person who observed this miracle in the southern sky and named in the aurora australis or southern light. So that's the definition of aurora, but what caused it to happen and how the process of the aurora occurs will be explained below. The process of the occurrence of aurora. Emission of particles that have a high energy from the Sun is known as the solar wave. With a speed 300,000 to 1 million meters per second, these particles move. The solar wind cannot directly touch the Earth's surface. This is because the Earth has a magnetic field. Apart from that, the density of the Earth's atmosphere, which reaches 1019 particles centimeter cubic, makes the solar wind particles less likely to radiate Earth's surface. Even so, there are some solar wind particles that are able to pass through the Earth's atmosphere and also hit air molecules. The collision caused the appearance of an aurora that manifests a brilliant light. The rays are created because the air molecules absorb the energy of the particle and also emit it back in the form of visible light. The aurora above the North Pole is called aurora borealis, and what is above the South Pole is called the aurora australis. Aurora occurs at the poles because the Earth's magnetic poles are also close to the geographic poles. Earth's magnetic North Pole is located near the Earth and vice versa. Thus, the charged particles that enter the Earth's atmosphere will move in a sphere path toward the Earth's magnetic poles. The colors generated by the aurora are due to the collision of different particles and molecules or atoms. For example, the green aurora is formed by a collision between an electron particles and a nitrogen molecule. The red aurora occurs due to collision between electron particles and oxygen atoms. After knowing the cause of the aurora, we also have to know the types of aurora below will be explained as follows. Types of aurora. From the explanation above, we already know what is aurora and also the process of aurora. Well below are the types of aurora. Aurora can be divided into two types, namely aurora borealis and aurora australis. Here is the explanation. Number 1. Aurora borealis. Aurora that occurs in the northern area is called the aurora borealis, which is named after the Roman goddess of dawn, Aurora, and also the Greek name for the north wind, Boreas. This is because in Europe, the aurora often looks reddish on the horizon or the north pole as if the sun was about to rise from the direction. The aurora borealis always occurs around September and also October and also March and April. The aurora borealis can be seen in the Antarctic region, which is the northern country of Canada, Alaska, Russia, and Scandinavia. Number 2. Aurora australis. This aurora phenomenon is known as the aurora australis, which has similar characteristics to the aurora borealis. As the name suggests, this aurora often occurs in the southern hemisphere, so it's no wonder its name is similar to a country near to South Pole, namely Australia. However, sometimes these auroras appear on mountain peaks in tropical climates. Aurora australis has also been on the highest mountain in Indonesia. Benefits of aurora. Aurora has extraordinary beauty that can be seen by the naked eyes. The benefits of aurora are almost the same as a rainbow, but aurora also have a negative impact on the Earth. The negative impact of the aurogenic network system, such as telephone, internet, or electricity network. US states hit by the storm aurora and financial loss in a course of billions of perhaps trillions for the electricity network in the state of the American extinguishing. A result of a course of aurora. We may never see the aurora from a Google search and make us amazed for its beauty, but do you know what results from the occurrence of this aurora? The explanation is as follows. Number 1. Hot plasma. Dr. Robert from the University of Southampton conducted a research which was carried out by making in-depth observation of two particle lobes in the Earth's magnetosphere, which in general always has a cold character, referred to as the aurora theta. It was found that the plasma lobes were hot. Then they proposed the hypothesis that the hot plasma layer in the theta aurora was caused by the accumulation of hot plasma in the high latitude lobe region. So specifically for the aurora phenomenon called the aurora theta, that resulting plasma layer is even hot. Number 2. Colors in the night sky. In several observations that have been made, and it has been concluded that the difference in the collision of particles ions with the type of layer of the Earth's atmosphere also turned out to be different in the colors of the aurora. If the solar wind particles are electron after the collide with nitrogen, then the resulting color in the sky will generally be green, whereas when the electrons collide with oxygen, the resulting color is generally blue or red. So as a result of the aurora process in the sky, it will become colored according to the characteristics of the particle collision. Number 3. Becoming a mite as a sign of hunch. One of the unique effects of aurora is that it is used by some people is a myth in the form of indicating a certain match or vision. One of them is the Inuit people who think that the light of the aurora is the manifestation of spirit playing games in the sky. Therefore, if a natural phenomenon occurs, they generally issue a prohibition for children to play at night. Apart from the Inuit, there are also Maori and Aboriginal tribes. Number 4. Disturbing telecommunication networks. When the aurora occurs, frequency-based electronics such as radio, television, and some other equipment will be disturbed. One of the aurora disruptions, the telecommunication in America in September 1851, disrupted the telegraph network in New England, caused business transactions at the time to go awry. Number 5. Disturbing electric currents. They already know that the process of the aurora cannot be separated from the process of solar storm hitting the Earth magnetosphere. The solar storm that occurred was also capable of causing side effects on electricity. One of the events that occurred in Canada on March 13, 1989, at the time an excessive induction current caused by a solar storm caused several towers to catch fire and caused the electricity grid for the Quebec, Canada RTD for 9 hours. Number 6. Damaging the satellite. The layer of electrons carried by the solar wind in addition to hitting the magnetosphere also hits other objects around the Earth, one of which is the satellite. History records that 2 communication satellites owned by Canada were disrupted and even damaged in January 1994 due to collisions of electron particles from the solar wind. Number 7. Disturbing GPS. Phenomenon of auroras besides disturbing the frequency can also interfere with the GPS system. One of them is the GPS systems, which is owned by UAS, a company in the United States. The disturbance occurred last for approximately 20 hours. Aurora interesting facts. There are some interesting facts about from the natural phenomenon of aurora. There are some facts that you may not know. Now the typical facts about aurora are: Number 1. Aurora does not only appear on planet Earth, but also appears on planets in the solar system. Number 2. Aurora can also move from the north toward the area on the south side. Number 3. The aurora has cold temperatures. So the appearance in the sky is exactly the same as fire. The aurora is like cold fire. Number 4. The aurora will be stunning when viewed using a sophisticated camera. Mythology aurora. Not a factor in the sky. The Scots named him the nimble man Denham was known as the Merry Dancer. The ancient people believed that they could see the wardrobes in the light of the aurora. In the northern hemisphere, especially Alaska, often the dark night sky suddenly becomes bright. The colors are usually green, red, blue, or violet. Ancient people attribute the emergence of natural phenomena to disease and war. The bright red aurora was once thought to be bloodful or warriors who died in battle. In North Country, England, the aurora is known as the burning javelin. Before the French Revolution, an aurora appeared. Scottish and British residents claimed to hear the sound of fight and sea war in sky. On February 24, 17 and 16, along with the death of James Ratcliffe, the last Earl of Derwentwater, a bright aurora appeared and moved rapidly across the sky. From then on, the auroras was known as Lord Derwentwater's Light. In the past, auroras were believed to predict the weather, although the truth is sometimes contradictory. In Labrador, the aurora is a sign of good weather, while in the Greenland it is a sign of coming storms and storms. In the northern Norway, aurora is often associated with cold weather. Mystery aurora. In ancient Roman mythology, aurora is the goddess of dawn who appears every day and flies across the sky to welcome the rising sun. Devi Aurora's profile can also be found in Shakespeare's writings. Since ancient times, many theories have been put forward to explain this phenomenon, and some of the theories seem irrelevant and at present. Benjamin Franklin theorized that the Northern Light mystery were caused by the concentration of electric charge in Arctic regions supported by snow and water vapor. Christian Birkeland also theorized that aurora electrons occur from rays emitted by the sun, and that these electrons are guided toward the North Pole. The aurora borealis often occurs between March to April and August to September to October. The aurora borealis is a phenomenon like emitted that occurs in the North or North Pole. When the aurora borealis occurs, it is as if the sun will rise from the north. This phenomenon occurs in the Earth's sphere due to magnetic fields and particles emitted by the sun. The main source of energy from the aurora is the solar wind, which flows past the Earth. The magnetosphere and the solar wind consist of tiny gases that conduct electricity. The aurora that occur on August 28 and September 2nd, 18 and 59 is perhaps the most spectacular in history. Aurora is first on September 2nd, 18 and 59 was also published by the New York Times.